US, Spain, and Peru. The other half of her life has been in the United States. Most of her summers were spent in Kamena Burla, did I say that right? Okay, a beachside town in Greece, where her Yaya and Papu have a summer house. Kimberly received a bachelor's degree in English and a master's degree in comparative literature from San Diego State University. She has taught English in Greece, Peru, and in the United States for the past 27 years. Kimberly's other passion, apart from teaching, is writing. Her debut novel, The Greek Persuasion, which I think you might be familiar with here, was released just last month. Kimberly has always been a storyteller like her Yaya, and Greece is always in her heart. She's happy to have found a home at Los Angeles Valley College and in Los Angeles with her husband, Hugo, back there. Wait, hello.
Hello.
And their 3 bulldogs, Achilles, Oya, and Opa. So awesome. So I was really honored when Kimberly reached out to me and said that she was going to do this reading and signing, and would I be willing to introduce her, especially because I am down the street. But our connection is that I hired her as a faculty member in the English department at Los Angeles Valley College 3 years ago? Yeah, so she's going into her last year. I'm sure this time next year she'll be newly tenured. But the thing about Kimberly that's really interesting is that the Los Angeles Community College District is very, very bureaucratic, and they admit it, so I'm not telling tales here. They admit it, we're a bureaucracy. And one of the big things that they have about bureaucracy is that if you advertise for a single position, that is all you can hire. That's it. Well, I kind of got to break that rule of the bureaucracy because the year that I interviewed Kimberly, I think we were hiring 35 faculty, so a lot of faculty, and she and another faculty member came in, they interviewed, and I left that saying, to heck with the bureaucracy, I'm hiring too, because they were both that good, and I wasn't about to let Kimberly, who I think had some interviews, maybe at Pierce coming up, maybe at another college, and I'm a competitive president, so I'm like, there's no way she's going to Pierce. I'm not gonna let Pierce have her. So, it was, I'm gonna hire her, and I'm gonna make sure she gets the offer before she even walks through the door at Pierce. That's not happening. My intuition that I should go ahead and buck the bureaucracy was right on point, because she has been an amazing faculty member at LA Valley College, and not only because of the passion that she brought to the English department and everything that she's done, but also in her leadership or co-leadership of the LGBTQ plus student group. And that's near and dear to my heart because I'm actually the co-chair of the National LGBTQ Presidents in Higher Education. So this is something that I do on a national level. There are, at this point in time, about 100 out presidents across the country, and we have an organization, and actually a group of us are working on a book on LGBTQ leadership that Johns Hopkins Press is going to print. But the reason that I'm bringing it up is that while I was at Los Angeles Valley College, an issue arose about whether or not some bathrooms should be locked and only allowed for faculty and staff to use. And the issue is that under state law, if you have a single-use restroom, it has to be open. It has to be open to either male, female, however somebody identifies their gender. And at Valley College, because a lot of the buildings are older, there were 4 or 5 buildings that only had one such restroom, and for many years that had been locked and used by faculty, basically as a faculty restroom. But we had a large group of students, LGBTQ and ally students, who felt that maybe those restrooms shouldn't be locked because there were students who were struggling to be comfortable in a restroom because of their gender identity. And Kimberly really did an amazing job with these students, because what she did was she helped them through the process of taking this issue through the college governance structure and going from committee to committee and making and helping them understand what the process is. And in the end, that the idea of opening up all of the restrooms came to me in the form of a resolution, which as the president I signed that all single-use restrooms would be open, and that there was no such thing as a locked restroom. That was not necessarily met with support by some of her colleagues, and she, I have to say, just stood up to every single one of them and said, you know what, this is the right thing to do for students. So I offer that story because, you know, when I'm looking for faculty, and right now I've hired 44 out of 46 faculty who are going to start in the fall at Pasadena, I'm looking for a lot of things. I'm looking for academic excellence. I'm looking for a passion for students. And I'm looking for that thing you can't exactly name that Kimberly has, because she understands how important everyone is to an institution, and she walks her talk. And in addition to being great in the classroom, and in addition to on the side, I don't know, writing a book called The Greek Persuasion. So with that, I want to welcome Kimberly and say it has actually truly been my honor to be asked to introduce you. So folks, Kimberly Robeson.
Hi, welcome. So good to see you. I know I have a podium back there, but my students know I usually get up close and personal, but always, you know, with permission. We have to, when we hug a student, we actually do ask for permission every single time. So that's where we're at now. So I didn't ask you for a hug, but I think it's okay. Okay.
We already signed.
Yeah, we did all the contracts ahead of time. Thank you all for coming. I know you braved Friday traffic, and I look around and I didn't get to greet some of you before it started, so thank you so much for being here. I thought what I would do is I would actually just start with the beginning, so I need my tech guy now.